Welcome to the Burning Lighthouse, where we openly discuss current world affairs seen through the eyes of melanated people by melanated people. Today we are discussing human trafficking, which includes sex trafficking and organ harvesting and theft. Over 840,000 people go missing every year, and the media seldom discusses this, leaving us unaware of the dangers that we unknowingly face every day. There are organized gangs with the agenda to kidnap our children and young teenagers. They are also targeting our young adults. Tonight, we will pull the veil down and give you a glimpse of a horrible reality. Our children are being targeted. How you doing, my brother Dave? How you doing, Trav?
What's going on, man?
Hey, man, you already know we is bringing the light to the people, man. The Burning Lighthouse is gonna give it to them, and you know how we do. We hop right into it.
Yeah, if not us, who else?
That's right, my brother. That's right. Like I said, man, this is it's been going on. The media don't discuss it, but we're gonna discuss it here tonight. We're gonna first start off with the five top states where these atrocities are most prevalent. The first being California, second, Texas, the third, Florida, the fourth, New York, and the five, Ohio. Now, if I didn't name your state, that does not mean that this is not going on in your state, in your city, in your community. Just look at these mug shots. You have black, Mexican, Middle Eastern, there's Asian. All of these people are people that you may see every day in your walk of life, and any one of them could be a human trafficker. Over 840,000 people go missing every year. Why this is not being discussed more and openly, I have no idea, but I do. So I'll give you the five cities where it's most prevalent at. First one, Washington, D.C., our capital. Wow. Number two, Atlanta, Georgia, the Black Mecca. Number three, Orlando, Florida. Number four, Miami, Florida. Number five, Las Vegas, Nevada. Now, this map here shows the cases that's being charged and people being prosecuted in these states. Now, you have a couple of states with zero, but like I told you, that does not mean it is not going on in your state, in your city, in your neighborhood. This just shows the cases that have been exposed, not what's actually developing or has been going on right under your nose in our communities. Trev, you want to tell us about the stories that you have been some of the women in Mobile has been talking about?
Yeah, there's been a few people down here that had stories of even trying to get employment and going places and people trying to snatch them. It is getting real crazy, especially if that's happening in Mobile. You can imagine in the big cities.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly, man. I'm gonna tell you. I have a friend girl, and she has a daughter in elementary school. The daughter was fifth. I think she was in the fifth grade last year, so she's in middle school this year. Well, anyway, one day she comes to me and she tells me that someone tried to snatch her daughter right in Whistler now, right down the street from the bus stop. Said this guy, it was a Caucasian guy, was in a gray pickup. He tried to get her to come to the car. He offered us some candy, so they start running. These girls, had the better mind to run. And she asked me, what should I do about that? I mean, it's over now. I said, no, it's not over. I said, what you're gonna do is you're gonna call the police, and if they don't send a car out, we're gonna go down there. Plus, you're gonna call the local news channel because this need to be exposed because he felt that bold enough to come down the street from where the children are getting off the bus at. He's done this before. He will strike again. Ain't no telling what he has done, you know. So, we made a big issue out of it. But you know what? The news didn't even carry it. And I was like,
Yeah,
wow.
yeah, that's a big problem. They not the media not covering it like they should be.
Yeah,
Cause it's
that's a
real it's
big problem.
real bad over here.
Yeah, that's right. Because how else are we going to stay informed if the media that hundreds, thousands, millions of people watch every day? You
Yeah,
know,
that's why I say if not us, who else gonna do it?
that's right. Not us. Who else going to do it? And we're gonna get into this right here. It says that the three top reasons of human trafficking is sex trafficking, which they kidnap our girls, they kidnap our boys. Hold on, I'm having technical difficulties. Can you hear me, Trav?
Yeah, I hear you.
Okay, yeah, I had went out for a sec for some reason. But let me start over. Said the most common types of trafficking is number one, sex trafficking. They're kidnapping our young girls, and they're kidnapping our young boys. Out of the 100 percentile of being kidnapped, 70% of these are females. Now they are selling our daughters all around the world. And they're not just selling them all around the world, they're selling them right here in the United States. United States ranked number three among the nations with human trafficking. So, like we talked earlier, like me and you talked earlier, they can they can kidnap this little girl and take her to another state and put her in the basement, do all type of atrocities to her, and she won't even know where she's at, you know. And this this has got to stop because this Amber Alert. I mean, I know that it helps, but we need more than an Amber Alert. The Amber Alert need to be updated and everything. That's like when that little girl out of Whistler, Alabama, out of Pritchard, Alabama, went missing. What was her name? Called Kawa.
Oh, Hawaii, the one
Yeah,
that
Hawaii.
her father killed her.
Yeah. So they say. I have my
Well,
reservations on that because a lot of stuff came out. But
yeah, I can understand that.
yeah, but the Amber Alert didn't even go out on time, you know, and
Yeah, they changed the law after that. So they got
Yeah,
a law named after her.
yeah, yeah. That's good. We we need more because for the United States to be number three is an atrocity by itself. Because our politicians, they all around the world talking about women's rights and children's rights and human civil rights. And man, y'all know we are number three when it comes to human trafficking.
But see, the problem over here, a lot of it is like some of these, the young people that they might have problems at home. They done ran away, or they in group homes. Them some of the easy targets for them.
Yep, yep. I read that was actually definitely one of the cases that why so many of them uh come up missing and stuff because we have a lot of runaways and we have a lot of kidnappings done by family members, but the most prevalent one is unknown kidnappers when the person do not know who or is kidnapping them and taking them. And like this picture say, not for sale. Our children is not for sale. Our little young girls and young boys are not for sale. The people that is orchestrating this, they're vampires. They're sucking the life blood out of the world. How could you phantom that your desires, your sexual immorality warrants you to buy a child? These people need to be beheaded. I'm sorry, how I talk. I ain't gonna hold it back. This is a podcast. We say what the fuck we want to say, and I mean, you people, if you out there listening, you need to be beheaded because you are sick. You are a cancer to this world. We need to have signals. I know they said that they are working on, to have such signals like blink 3 times, tap 3 times for other people to recognize when a child is in danger. This needs to start being taught in elementary schools. It needs to be reiterated in middle schools, and it needs to be stepped up and brought back into high schools. It needs to be taught in the community, the news people, the radio stations, these social media people need to broadcast, and we need to get together on these signals and teach these children these signals so if ever they become a victim, they can communicate with someone around them if, in fact, they come in contact with other people. So we can save their lives. I was going to look this right here as saying, I
Hey,
said
E,
sex. Hey, you
you
said
got
the
Asia Davis in here. She wanna comment on it.
oh yes, that's Miss Williams. That's Miss Williams. Please, let Miss Williams in. How you doing, Miss Williams? Hello, how you doing, Miss Williams? Miss Asia?
She in there. She might not be ready to speak.
Oh, okay, okay. Well, yes, I had said sex trafficking. I'm gonna move to the second one. It's forced labor. We see a lot of
Hey,
migrant
before you
workers.
move on, can we talk about how these squirrelers out here, man, going on dates thinking they moving up and doing better, then us end up in these slave rings.
Yeah, yeah. I'm
You
gonna
know.
come back to it. Let me
Okay
get
then.
right on on this forced labor. The number two thing is forced labor. We see a lot of migrant workers. They come over here and they work, but little but known to us that a lot of them ain't coming over here by choice. Uh, I was reading something in the Guardian. They said they had 2 dozen conspirators that forced workers to pay fees for the travel and housing while forcing them to work for little or no pay. See, a lot of these people, they be in these fields, they be in sweatshops, they be in manufacturing. It's like the 10 industries known for human trafficking is agriculture, fishing, domestic service, manufacturing, factory work, hospitality, health and beauty salons, restaurants, traveling sales crews, and this is a variety of different areas that they are using people to benefit from. I know we see them a lot of times. Don't we, Dave? We see them all around the world, don't? Well, you never know. What you say about that, Trail?
Oh yeah, because most of the, especially like with the labor, the Hispanics, it's like 60-some% of them that's getting trafficked. That's who doing the labor.
Yep, that's
It's,
exactly who's doing the labor.
it's like around
The
17% Asian, and then on the sex trafficking side, it's like 40% black and like
yeah,
26% white.
yeah, yeah, yeah. And look at this forced migration. Look at this man holding his daughter. We thinking that they just coming over here, to work and stuff like that. Well, they don't even realize this man might have been forced out of his home. Take your daughter. You're gonna pay us this. When you get there, you're gonna pay us this more. Right here in the United States. Right here. Wow, man. Look at this, man. Look at all these people, man. They going to their tribal places, man. Taking their children, sell them into slave places and harvesting their organs, man. Wow.
Oh yeah, because each year over here in the U.S., it's like close to 200,000 incidents every year.
Wow.
Speaking of them organs, man, y'all might want to get y'all name off of the organ donor list.
Yep. Yep. Hey, can y'all
uh,
hear me? I think I'm having technical difficulties again. Can y'all hear me?
yeah, I can hear you. You sound
Yeah,
good.
I hear you.
Uh,
Okay. Listen, Dave just brought up something that I've been saying for years. And oh man, it's such a great point that he just brought up, man. Listen, man. I know we want to try to save somebody, man, if something happens to us. We all want to, hey, I'm an organ donor, man. Something happened, man. I want somebody to benefit. But, man, you're making yourself a target. You know how they treat us in these hospitals. We do not get the same care. So you think that they got somebody in another state uh, that's around your same age and not of your ethnicity that needs your heart, that needs your liver, you think they'll hesitate on putting the plug on you to saving them? Y'all better wake up, man. Y'all better wake up. Y'all better wake up. I ain't no organ donor. I mean, I applaud the people that, take that chance. But look, man, this stuff we just got to take into consideration. I'm not telling you not to be an organ donor, man. No organ save people's lives. But I am telling you that you are making yourself a target. I just hope that we can, put a hold of this or some type of overlook committee can make sure that before you take an organ out of someone who's dying or supposed to be dead, actually are dying and are dead before you snatch their organs.
And
They
I'm
travel
gonna
you.
tell you what's so crazy.
Organs are a high commodity on the black market.
Yep, They say up to $1 million and some dollars.
Oh yeah.
How you doing today, Miss Asia?
I'm doing good. I was having some technical difficulties earlier. How
Oh,
y'all
okay,
doing?
okay.
Yeah.
We doing
How you
fine.
doing?
Always good to hear your voice, as you know you got them insights.
Yeah. I'm gonna tell you. I worked in the healthcare setting for 20 years, and I was an organ donor. I did have that, but the mistreatment, especially that I've seen amongst my people, I'm not confident in the healthcare system whatsoever. Um, and so no, I totally agree with you guys. That that's not a smart decision to make, even though we want to be helpful. Because that was my insight in the beginning. You know what I'm saying? If I'm leaving,
Yep,
why not?
yep, yep,
But hey, if you can save me, and that's gonna be your decision between my life and death, and you saving me, because you rather go over there and give this other special another nationality my organs. No, we ain't doing that.
yep,
Mm-mm. No.
yep. That's right. Speak truth. Truth. They say the body parts can go up to so many millions because they'll bid for it. This person need a heart. This rich man need a heart. This rich oil tycoon need a heart. They're gonna go to bidding on your heart. The shit. Melanated people. Our organs are a high commodity.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Guess what kind they gonna get? What ethnic group they gonna get is gonna be us.
Yep. Sure live.
And
We
then I
can't
was
have
gonna
that.
tell
We
you a
gotta get
minute ago,
that.
what's so crazy? The United States don't even look at the organ trafficking like human trafficking. Now most other countries do, but like the United States, even Canada, they don't even look at the organ trafficking like the human trafficking.
Yep.
Do
And
y'all
they
do
go
you
in
do
there.
you think because they know it exists, but maybe they're not hearing about it or the complaints, because in foreign countries we know it happens.
Yep.
I
You
think
know what
I
I'm
think
saying?
they downplay it here because they know it's big, but black people not the one buying the organ,
Yep.
so they not gonna focus on it.
Exactly. Mhm.
According to the Guardian, over 10,000 to 12,000 organs a year are sold on the black market. And
Mhm.
they say 10% of all, do you hear what I'm saying? Of all transplants worldwide are believed to be illegal.
Wow.
Wow. And look at
That,
this
that's a
picture, this guy
that,
standing
that's
up
a
with this
big
mark
that's a
where
big
somebody
number there.
stole his organ, looked like a kidney or something. Lip
Yeah,
kidney, liver.
that what they got it.
Yeah, that's wild. And then they harvest them, you know.
But it's so crazy. Even though people downplay us as African Americans, Africans, what have you, um, we a high commodity. They know our worth.
Yep,
I mean, we're the ones that are
yep,
preyed upon, or
yep,
people of color, anyway.
yep. And I'm gonna tell y'all something. There's only one nation in the world who legalize organ sellings where they people can sell their organs and buy organs.
Where is that?
Iran. And
Oh,
that's an
oh, oh.
atrocity. That's an atrocity in itself because hey man, they say a lot of stuff about Muslims and stuff like that, but in Islam, this should be forbidden. And this is an Islamic state.
Yeah, that's what they say.
Wow. They, when that's just that's wild. They say the most prevalent places countries in the world is Israel, India, China, Pakistan, Turkey, Brazil, Nepal, the Philippines, Kosovo, Iran, where it's legal, former Soviet states in Eastern Europe. These are the most places where it's the most prevalent at. So, with
And
these places being the most prevalent, with the United States being number three on the most trafficking of humans, and China being number one, oh, you got the most industrialized nations in the world having the most prevalent trafficking in the world. I smell a cover up. I'm sorry.
oh yeah, especially when you're dealing with China and the United States.
Yep. Come on now. That's
You still there?
It sounds like everybody went out for a minute. I just heard your voice. I don't hear either.
Oh, okay, yeah, I ain't hear him.
Yeah, I mean, what's up? What happened?
I don't know. I think his went down. I guess.
Yeah, somebody said they couldn't hear you.
Yeah, it's real bad. China has been number one a
Hey, Todd,
long time.
Todd Taylor, let us know if you can hear us.
I can hear you guys.
Yeah, Trav, you can carry on.
Okay, yeah. He was
Y'all can
saying
carry
it
on.
just.
yeah. I'm
I hear
back.
you. Okay, you back?
Yeah, a little technical difficulties again.
Okay, ain't no problem.
Yeah, man, and like I was saying, these the two most industrialized nations in the world. Look at this, the ins and outs of black market trading. This book by Michael Bird. They talking about how it's being traded, sold on the black market. And the people that's buying and stuff. There's wealthy people. Poor people can't afford to buy organs. You know, so it's the most wealthy of us amongst us are the ones who's really buying, and they're buying from poor people and people that's being trafficking. It's a shame. And 70% of them is females. I read something that 160 people were arrested and down in Disney World, workers and teachers were among the people arrested. So
I think it was a judge too.
a
Judge, the
judge,
police. Yeah,
see,
it was a whole bunch of people involved in that, and they hadn't even been talking about it.
yeah,
Media hadn't been covering that like that. You might have seen it one or two times, but they don't even talk about it.
wow. I mean, look at these mug shots, man. These people could be anybody. We see these people that look like them and look similar to them every day in our walk of life. I didn't even know they smuggling people. Look at them. Look at these people, man. Black people, white people, Mexican people. Middle Eastern people, Asian people. Just the other day, my daughter told me that she was in Walmart, with her youngest girl, and some people came up to her, some older people, and they were just saying, "Oh, your baby's so cute, you're so cute. Can we be their godparents? We just love children. We just love children. We take good care of children. We take good care of children. You can leave them with us, and you don't even have to bring a bag. We'll buy all that. We just love children." My daughter said, that no, that was fine. She got the hell away from 'em. That's right. You do what Dad told you. You get away from 'em. Because we don't know.
But you see who they were targeting though, right? That young
Yep,
black female.
young black female. Wow. Like I was telling them earlier, Miss Asia, that we need to start teaching our children, and it need to be mandatorily taught in elementary, middle school, and high school, different signals to learn and to teach the children. So in case they ever find themselves in a predicament like we are talking about, that they will know how to communicate with us without having to directly communicate or speak to us, and so we can know that they're in trouble.
I agree.
I think I heard that some people was saying that they have certain signals, but I haven't never heard of them. I don't think. Have you ever heard of them, Miss Aisha, Trav, Dave? Have any one of y'all ever heard of these signals?
Well, honestly,
Nah,
I taught my daughter different signals when she was a young child to let me know when she didn't feel safe and she didn't want to communicate it to other people around. But
Okay.
but you have to understand, I'm a social worker by profession, so for years I've understood that our children were in danger, and by me
Yes.
being a single mother for some years before I got remarried, you know, I always wanted to make sure that my daughter was safe. That was to my utmost importance, um,
Yes.
not just against people in a you know anybody, men, people in different nationalities, what have you. I just felt like as a mother, I had to protect her by all means necessary. So we always made up different codes or, different even facial expressions, hand signals, so that I know you are not comfortable and you won't have
That's
to be
right.
afraid to speak that. But all parents untaught that.
Yep. We need to. We teaching them how to dance and listen to the radio and all of this YouTube stuff. We gotta prepare ourselves to to survive. We gotta prepare our young children to survive and to not get caught up in this stuff, because hey, the evil is a reality. It's here. It's here. We need to combat it. So if the media is not gonna get it out, and I don't know exactly how the government is combating this, but these simple stuff that we could do, we need to do it.
oh yeah, it's a urgency for it. It's almost like they need a course in school for this.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. That's what they knew. They need a course. I think. How will we get that as a course in school, Miss Age? I know you been in the
Well,
education field
well,
a lot
well,
also.
let me say that I'm listening to you and I'm hearing you in the school system that is ran ultimately by the white man here. Okay? It's
Okay.
not gonna happen. We
Wow.
can't even get real African history taught in our schools. You think they don't teach us about how to protect our children?
Yeah, you're right, cause it's worse now with the history than it was back in the
Back
'80s and
then.
'90s.
Do you know
Mm.
y'all know that image? And I'm gonna tell you something. um y'all know that image we see. If we don't see no other image, we see that image of that slave with all them whips on his back where he had so many lashes, right?
Yep.
We see it as I went on social media, all this. And I'll never forget, maybe 5 years ago, I'm sitting up and I'm talking to my cousin's daughter, okay? And her mother is an educator. So I'm kind of expecting, just like I know, and my parents taught me, which the difference was, coming up in my household, my parents, I'm in Alabama. My parents left Alabama. And they went up north and, they knew about the Pan-Africanism movement and all that kind of stuff. So they taught me the importance of community. They taught me about slavery. I didn't have to be taught that in school. It was taught in my household. But our black children are not given that. My cousin's daughter went to a black school right here. And I'm sitting up here saying, even though it's not a part of your curriculum, but you're a black teacher, you know how important this is. Why is this not being talked about? Because that child said, I didn't even know that happened. How the hell you don't know that people was getting whipped, brutalized?
Mm.
And I was so in awe, but it was a reality check for me because that was a norm for me. See, I grew up with a black, red, and green flag in my house.
That's right.
But what we think is the norm for us because we, are enlightened, that ain't the fact for all our people. That's why our children are so lost. And I say children, I ain't talking about our physical children. I'm talking about our children. It's our culture. That's where they lost.
They lost.
Yeah, the parents lost.
The parents lost. So
Yep.
the school system know they're not going to teach it because what happens if we're educated? We rise up.
Yep.
So
That's
no,
right.
they're not going to teach it.
I think what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna start. I see Dave had put up some hand signals that I guess that's taught for violence and stuff like that. I think I'm
Mhm.
gonna copy some of those pamphlets and start passing them out to children and parents. So at least that'll be a start with some children. Maybe they could teach their friends, and some parents maybe they could teach their friends. But at least it's a step in the right direction, you know.
It
Oh yeah,
is. It,
that's a good idea.
I'm gonna do that, Dave. You know, the super producer, Dave. That was a fabulous picture. So I'm definitely gonna after the show get that. Throw it on my Facebook and my Instagram and print them out, start passing them out. You know, maybe down the line we can even come up with some more signals. And hopefully, some of these teachers might even teach it in school. Anyway,
let me say this. Um, I think it's been maybe about 3 weeks since I've been on last time, and we were just talking about what could be done, even on a collective level. And I'm gonna say this: as a people, we've been so brainwashed to be separate and not to, work as a collective unit. But I remember, and I'm so glad to hear what you're saying, Ian, about, passing out literature and blah, blah, blah. Because sometimes we think that that's not effective. But I've been at places and I've seen, what's and please excuse my ignorance, but, like it's the guys, they have the shingles on their wardrobes, the purple and what they're, the black Jews or come
are
up
the
with
Hebrew,
Israelites.
Israelite.
Israelite. But they'll pass out the literature, when we at Mardi Gras and this and that and that. And let me say this. I'll be glad to get it. Some people drop it, but for every five that may drop it, you might have that one that keep it.
That's
One
right.
thing, one thing my mama told me, it taught me a long time ago. She said, don't focus on saving the nation. Focus on saving one at a time, because when you save one gonna go and save another one. That other one gonna go and save two more. And sometimes we have to look at it in that way. You understand what I'm saying? Because this has been years of trauma, years of miseducation amongst our culture, and it ain't gonna happen overnight.
No, ma'am.
Because half of the time you tell these young children, you try to talk to them, what they tell you, I ain't done this shit.
Yep.
But out
Yeah,
of five, I was telling somebody that in a training I was doing the other day, and I said, I jumped out the car and I done jumped out the car and seen dudes out there shooting dice, and I don't mind. I go up there and talk to them and tell them, about stuff they need to be involved in that really impacts them directly. But as soon as I got out, one of the dudes started attacking me. What you want? You must be running for something. Blah, 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 blah. But then, when I didn't allow him to intimidate me, and I passed him my literature and told him what I really wanted, and say, dude, look, I'm really just out here intent to let you know that these judges running, and you ain't got nothing but a whole bunch of judges in place that's going to control whether you go up that road for 20 years over a bag of marijuana.
Yep.
So when I start talking to him like that, guess what? The whole conversation changed.
Mm-hmm. That's
The
right.
whole conversation changed. So I just feel like, we have to be good stewards and keep moving on, even when it don't look good.
Yep.
So some of our own folks make you get weary now.
Yeah, I know it. Yeah, I know it. I know it. That's a
I'm
whole
gonna I'm gonna tell y'all too. A lot of times I talk about the church because in the black community, it's churches on every corner,
Every corner.
but none of them are coming out in a collective in group trying to change anything. And
yep.
I get mad almost every day about it.
Yep. And the
It's a
churches,
documentary. Ooh, I wish I can. I'm gonna have to go find. It's a whole documentary where a man just hit the street and started unveiling all of that. And I mean, it was so real because sometimes you gonna run into some folks that's real about it. But the thing about it is, I'm gonna tell you, and it was so crazy. I didn't understand what my dad was telling me a long time ago, because he kind of taught me it ain't about religion, and he allowed me to decide. He really did. He allowed me to decide, But he said the biggest pimps are in the church.
that's right.
Oh yeah, that's true.
They're the biggest pimps in the church because
Yeah.
they know it's a money maker. You understand what I'm saying? So the
Yeah.
best thing is to have a relationship with who you believe in.
Yeah. Yeah. During slavery times, one of the things that they did that was in one of the Jim Crow, not Jim Crow, I'm sorry, the Willie Lynch letters that everybody thought this, it's Willie Lynch letter, one letter. That
Mm,
wasn't
Yeah,
the one letter.
it
It was
was
letters.
hundreds. It was
It was
hundreds of
hundreds.
letters.
It was hundreds of letters.
it was
Exactly.
a book. I mean,
Yeah. And one of the tricks that they did was they would go buy. He told them to go buy you a black preacher. Go get you one, that preaches. And if you don't have
mm,
one, get one. And doing the church when he preaching, when they see one of the ladies fall out and catch the Holy Ghost, supposedly catch the Holy Ghost, and they fan them and stuff, that was one of the signals to let them know that they was overlaid. And the pastor, that preacher, was supposed to have sex with those women in the houses of their husbands in the same bed,
mhm.
defiling the bed, and that's why now you see a lot of these black church pastors uh, following this up,
Mm.
having sex with the women in the churches. The churches failed us.
Mhm.
But we gonna wake the people up. This is why this podcast exists. This is why we created it to be that shining lighthouse in the midst of the storm and the rain and the clouds and the snow. We're gonna be that beacon.
That's
We're
right.
gonna be that
Right.
beacon of truth. We're gonna spread it. And we're gonna
It,
keep
it
spreading
ain't
it.
always easy. It ain't easy.
It ain't easy, but somebody got to do it.
Hmm. It ain't easy.
Yeah, we got a long road.
Got a long, hard road, but we gonna break it. We gonna break their cycles.
Yeah, we've been so brain and bamboozled into what white American society says the norm and what it should be that we just I don't want to say messed up, but as a total as a culture we lack, you know. But it was
Yeah,
designed. Was designed that way. I was telling somebody that the other day. I said, I get so aggravated, especially where I am. I get so aggravated with certain Negroes with that. I don't want to hear about slavery and people owing us and all this kind of stuff. And my whole thing about that is ain't nobody playing victim, but you can't tell me that we got a chance when it's a system with decks stacked against us.
Yep,
And people don't know that. See, it's different when you know it.
yep,
Then you can overcome it.
yep.
But it's a lot of Negroes don't even know it.
Don't even know
That
it.
the ghettos was designed to
Design,
keep you down.
design, design for
yeah,
that.
that's part of the program.
Yeah. So who gonna care about a young black melanated female or a young black native uh male brother go missing? They don't care. They gonna take our organs and sell them somewhere. But
Mhm.
hopefully we could enlighten the right people and everyone can start talking about this. Cause man, hey man, I got a daughter, man. I got 10 grandkids, man. Heaven forbid if something like that was to come my way. I don't know if I could take it. I don't know if I just go off the deep end, man. Because we
But
ain't worried about no
let me ask
trial.
you this. And I know in other nations, they have their problems, but how do y'all see or how do y'all feel about going back to the motherland? It's so many African Americans that they feel like they're privileged over here. And sometimes when we don't know of a thing, because what they show us on TV in Africa ain't really what exists in the entire continent of Africa.
Yeah, that's
It's
right.
folks
That's
living good. It's folks living good over there.
yeah, exactly. Living
I mean,
real good.
I met a girl. I'm gonna be honest with you, and we just end up talking because I just get intrigued, and but she was stayed up in Pittsburgh, and somehow we got to talking. But she live over there in Ghana, and she told me she said it's the best life I ever had. Like I have no stress. She
Oh
said I'm
yeah,
still have my dual citizenship. She said, but my family, I sent for them to come over here. I don't want to come back to America.
Yeah, I heard a lot of people
yeah,
said that.
there's a lot of people from over here that moved
She
over there.
look. She say she lost weight. She say how America is where you always on that time. You know how we like, oh, I got to get that. She said it ain't like that over here. It's just peaceful. We get up. She said, honestly, they treat African Americans how we treat foreigners in America. That's how they treat us. This girl done went over there with $10,000, built her a house, started her a little private school because she was teaching her daughter anyway. So she started teaching other kids.
Yeah,
You
in
know,
Ghana, in Ghana, that
and living peacefully, happy.
But see, a lot of us don't realize that the U.S. dollar is worth way more over there. You can have a certain amount. You just average over here. You go over there and
Over
live like a
there.
king. You live
Yeah,
like
you know
queen and
that.
kings over
Now,
there.
don't get me wrong. It's certain places, but it's places over here, yo. But it's places over here you better not go.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
It's bad places everywhere. Because I'm not gonna lie to you. I honestly said, I said in that time in a couple of more years, that's where I was headed. My husband just ain't trying to hear, but I'm gonna be honest with you.
Then I'm gonna let you know this is
I
what
was
I
seriously
tell
thinking
people all the
about it.
time too. Uh, people don't see it, but United States in the next 20 years, United States, we won't be where we at now.
Yes,
So
I agree.
my plan is the same thing. I'm trying to get over there myself in the
yeah.
next few
Mine
years.
is
Hmm.
in Ghana. They is offering dual citizenships, and they are
Yep,
saying that they'll give you free land if you start a business or maybe like the
exactly.
girl did a school or something like that. And
Hmm.
we really need to look at this stuff, man, because hey, man, these folks stealing our children now. We ain't gonna stand up for our
Exactly.
yeah, we might as well lay down and goddamn die. And I ain't trying to lay down and die. And I'm gonna protect
Yeah.
mine. I'm gonna protect yours. I'm gonna protect his. Anybody. These can come these children. I am a watcher. I'm watching. I am there.
Something we need to do. We need to start getting people together, get money together, and for people that want to go just to visit to
Just
see
to
how it is,
travel to see you.
we need
That's
to
it.
start traveling over there just to see. Instead
Yeah, I
of
think
taking
that's
cruises
yeah.
to Mexico, we need to be
Hmm.
trying to go over there and see what it's like over there.
Yeah.
I think that's an excellent idea. My brother Dave, he tell me all the time, man. We need to go this place and that place. And at first I wasn't really just all the way with it. I was like, that's gonna be like one of my big trips. But now I'm looking at it like, hey, screw that. That should be one of my first trips.
Yeah.
But
It
I'm
should
with
be. And
that.
I'm gonna tell you the way the girl was telling me about it, it's not. Hey, it's not as expensive as we think it is. And she told me, she said, Aisha, you have to get your trip like around September. She said you just plan. She said, but most of the time you can find people over here. Like Ghana is one of those friendly cities. But the thing about it is, the only thing she say now, it is very religious, Christian wise. Like they believe in order. That's the only thing she told me. She said, you married, you got to come over here right. They
Yeah,
believe in the man first, you know.
yeah,
They real, kind of religious based. She
yeah.
said, but go
My
ahead.
Haitian brother, Peruvial, told me that he went to let me see, I think it was, don't quote me, but I think it was Nigeria. He said he went over there for 3 months,
Oh wow.
hotel, food. He say he gave a lot of money away, and he said the trip itself was like all he spent the trip, the flights and everything. He said he wound up spending around $3,200
That
for
ain't
three
bad.
months staying
No,
over
that
there,
ain't bad.
hotels, food,
No.
and he said he gave away a lot of money.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm. But look, y'all, they say when you touch the land, people who I know have traveled over there, they say you feel the peace.
wow,
Most of the people I've talked to, and I have three people that I've actually talked to have visited. One person, she goes back and she takes students from South Alabama, but she told me, she said, when I go, I just feel a peace that I've never felt before. Like I
hey,
supposed to be here.
how about we do this right here? How about we all of us get together and we do a live podcast from over there? We start saving and we take a trip over there and we do a podcast over there live.
Oh, that'll be good.
Yeah, that'll be great right there.
Okay, we're gonna get together and we're gonna post it so these people know that we back what we talk about. We're gonna post it. We're gonna go and we're gonna take pictures and we're gonna have a live podcast and we're gonna turn on the cams. We're gonna turn on the
Mhm.
cams so you can see us over here and see the land, see uh potentially what
What
might
you
be
could do.
our exposed.
Mhm.
Yep.
Mhm. That's a great idea. Now I'm for that.
Okay.
I'm
So
for that.
we're gonna definitely
Cause I
do
I,
that.
I, don't, I ain't trying to be like hopeless and stuff like that. Cause I get I'm all for education, y'all. Like educating our people. You know, I tell people that even when I'm talking to folks and giving seminar, you know, I don't believe in giving nobody nothing. If I teach you, you know that old saying, they say if I teach you how to fish, you can eat for a lifetime. If I give you a
That's
fish,
right.
you're gonna eat for a day.
That's
You
right.
understand what I'm saying? So I believe in that.
There's a lot of
However,
people
you can't
that's
teach
that.
nobody that don't want to be taught.
That's right. That's right.
But you understand what I'm saying? Like this
Yes, ma'am.
generation, I don't want to say that they're lost, but it's been so many children raising children. We can tell them about the Exodus and let's go to Africa all day. They're gonna say, "Oh no, them it's a desert over there," because they believe what the white man has put in their head. You
Yep.
understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, see
But for the ones that want to be taught, if we can affect change in them, it
Yep.
saves some. That's enough for me.
That's right. There's a lot of people thinking about the same thing that we're talking about. One of our commenters, Mrs. Ty Tawan Taylor, is saying that she was just thinking the same thing. So it's more people out there that's thinking like us. So what we're gonna do once we get our plan together, what we're gonna do, we're gonna let everybody know what we're gonna do. We're gonna do a live podcast from over there. It's gonna be about us going there, and other people that want to join us. We're gonna set it up where they can put it in their fund, and everybody will get the all the projections and the
Mm-hmm.
cost and stuff like that. And we're gonna go over there. This,
Mm-hmm.
the Burning Lighthouse is gonna bring this to our
Go
people,
live.
and we're gonna go live. That's right. We're gonna go live. We're gonna turn the cams on, baby.
I love it.
So they done heard it live. We're gonna stick to it.
Yes. Show them the motherland and what all it has to offer.
Well, where you
What
think we
all
need
it
to
has
go,
to
y'all? Y'all,
offer. The
y'all think we need to
peace.
go to Ghana? Y'all think we need to go to Ghana?
I,
That's a stop. That's a place.
yeah, I would think that
you
that'll
know,
be the first.
that's my suggestion because those are the people that told us to come back home. So that's
Yep.
my first stop.
Yep.
Um, because I've seen some influence of Canada. I mean, I'm talking Canada, Africa. I'm gonna be honest with you. They've been so influenced by the French. To me, they worse than the Negroes over here.
No,
Which
I
state?
think
Which
they
country
found
it is?
it's certain parts because
that's what I'm
different
talking
parts of
exactly because of the
Africa was
influence.
different ones. They was they were controlled by different countries. Some of them by the
Exactly.
British, some of them by the French,
Exactly.
and
And that's
different
what I'm
countries.
saying. I
So it's
think it was
different
almost like
everywhere you go.
it wasn't Cape Cod. It was somewhere I ended up on Facebook because I'm always just looking. And I was sitting up there
Cape
looking at
Verde.
them. Huh?
Cape Verde.
It may be. It may be. But I mean, the thing about it was they were really light skinned Africans.
Cape Verde.
But their hair was nappy, excuse my,
Mm-hmm.
just nappy, kinky hair. And then they was putting this weave in their hair that was jacked up. And I'm saying, and they was trying to talk, be different, not be, to me, be black.
Yeah, that's Cape
And
Verde.
and I was like, no, I ain't trying to go there, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Because I could tell they've been influenced. And I think when I looked at the history of it, because I was, I went and started looking at the history, I think they had been settled by the British or the French.
Mm-hmm. There's an island. They're an
And they
island
were
up there.
really yeah, they are. They was really into what they call it when they bleach their skin. They were really into the skin bleaching
Mm-hmm.
and all that kind of stuff. And I say, well, hell, they by just as screwed up as some of us over here. So, no.
Well, every country over there is different. It's so many countries in Africa. It's just like how people just say the white man. It's different kind of white people. there's like different kind of Hispanics.
Mm-hmm.
It's different kind of
Mm-hmm.
melanated people over there. So each country gonna be
Correct.
different
Yep.
because
Right.
each country was ruled by different other countries. So all of them have different influence.
Correct.
Yep. Yep.
And,
That's
and
true.
and all of them are not going to embrace African Americans.
Nope.
Yeah, you
You
got a
know.
lot of them. They don't look at us like we are they brothers and sisters.
Yeah.
They look at us as different people. A lot of them.
Now
But
some
Yep.
certain
people been
places
talking
you go,
about because
they love us.
right.
Hmm.
And that's why I was saying Ghana. I've heard, I mean, hey, they already put it out there. Come home.
Man, did you see that girl? I know you did because you said they the one that asked us to come back. Uh, I know I had a guy on the podcast before, and it was a lot of countries over there. They had I forgot what it was, but it was something that they signed. They said and it was more than one country. It was Ghana, and it was some more countries. They said anybody from the diaspora that wanted to come back and claim citizenship, that they had a right by this decree
Oh
to
wow.
any African nation that they saw fit. And
Oh
it is a
wow.
decree. It is a decree, and it's by law. It's in Africa.
Yeah, that
Listen,
what
listen. I'm kind of funny. I kiss the dirt.
Hey,
I'm gonna
me
tell
too.
you, I kiss the dirt. I'm telling you, I kiss the dirt.
Hey, did you see that girl? I don't know if you I think you did see it, but there was this girl. She was on YouTube, and she was like, "Come home." Man, that brought tears to my eyes. 'Cause I felt
Mm-hmm.
a coldness come across my
Mm-hmm.
whole body. She was like, "Come home. We are not swinging from trees. Come home. Come
Mm-hmm.
home." I'm like,
Mm-hmm.
wow.
Mm-hmm.
She's from Ghana.
I watch a lot of movies, because now with this streaming and stuff like that, they have a lot of African movies, and a lot of them
Oh,
do
I've
speak
been checking
English
them
in it.
out.
Yeah. And I'm saying, I
Yeah,
say now they had a gangster movies. They have I say,
yeah.
I say they doing it over there just like us. You know what I'm saying? We so brainwashed to think that they live is so crazy, and it's just not a fact. Now, don't get me
Yep.
wrong. I know in the rural areas, yeah,
oh
Don't
yeah,
be
I can
around
tell
here.
you the gangs over there are way worse than over here.
yeah, yeah, they are,
But you ain't
they
I
got
are.
can
gang,
tell I can tell people that my brother got killed over there in South Africa in Germiston.
Really?
Uh he
I ain't
was
hear
over
that.
there. He had been in the military. He was retired. He was just over there enjoying his life. And he told me he was like the U.S. dollar is $13 in over there where he was at.
Mm-hmm.
yeah,
So they were watching him or whatever. They did a home invasion, shot him one time in the side, hit his organ, and
Oh
he
wow.
died from a home invasion.
So, and
Uh,
where was he?
he was in South Africa. He was in Germiston.
Okay.
But all through, so I know like South Africa is a lot of gangs down there. That's where
It is, yeah.
one of our representatives in Mobile, Alabama, he got shot in the face with a shotgun.
He did.
C.J.
That was
Small.
he did.
yeah.
He
I
was in
see one
not gun. He
of
was in oh my god. Oh, I can
He
see
was
he
in
was in
Johannesburg. It
South
wasn't
Africa too.
he
Johannesburg.
was in
It was
South Africa too.
yeah, it was,
Yeah.
but it was in the rough part. They
Yeah,
say it's rough.
he was on a
But
bus.
yeah,
They
he was.
jacked the bus.
They did.
Yeah.
They
I
got
think it went
bad
to
gangs over there.
Johannesburg.
Yeah, that's where
All
he
right.
was at.
One of our viewers, she commented that we need to see the names of all that's on the chat, so every so often we can respond properly to the individuals, which we would like to address. So yes, ma'am, we will make that happen for you all. So you would know, I'm Eric, it's Dave, and that's Miss Williams talking to also, and Trav. That's four of us, and we're gonna definitely make that happen for you in the future. Maybe we might excuse me, maybe we might even have that happening on the next podcast. But we're gonna get better as we grow, you know. So
Mhm.
yes,
But what I would like to see, guys, I would like to see us do, because to me, the talk is good. We good. That's what we need to do. But at the same time, even if we're not just doing research on where we know we want to go, even expanding it to viewers, but making it cost effective, right?
that's right.
Even if it ain't nothing but a week travel,
That's right.
Um, but we need to really look into it, because I think it's a move that needs to be done. Um, People need to see, because unless you connecting, we can read all day, but seeing, even if I'm seeing through this camera, seeing is believing.
That's right.
Oh yeah, you
Seeing
got
is
to show
believing. If I
people.
didn't, if I Yeah, you have to show people. And honestly, I haven't seen it no more than what people that I entrust in have told me,
Yep. Yep.
But I'm telling you, a couple of years ago, I promise I said, listen, um, I'm gone. I prepare. I actually told my daughter, I said, once you graduate, I'm gone. I had made up in my mind, if I was a single woman, I would not be in America today.
Mm,
My husband don't have the same, but he's not where I am, but I will be gone. Because I'm gonna tell you this, I don't have I'm not gonna say I got no clean, sketchy record and all this kind of stuff, but even as a black woman, and having a daughter, I have a stress. I have a underlying stress that I live with every day soul. And I ended up getting into it with a guy, and verbally, in a hotel one time. I was at a up in Birmingham, Alabama, at a classic football game, and this was during Trump era and stuff like that. But he wanted to talk about how great it is. I said it's not great for me, because I have a daughter that goes to Tuskegee, Alabama, and every time she leaves me, I'm scared.
yeah. Yeah.
I say, so that's an underlying fear of mine, that when she leave her campus headed back to Auburn, Alabama at night, that I have a fear if I ever see my daughter again.
Yeah. It's a real fear. It's
Then
real
y'all
fear.
want to know why we have high blood pressure.
Hmm. That's so true. So you're gonna Miss Williams, you think you can come up with those numbers for us these prices for the flights and the hotel and stuff, so we'll know the target we looking at?
I can. What I'm going to do, because I'm going to be honest with you, I got off Facebook, but I'm going to get back on, because I actually connected with this young lady, and I stayed in connection with her, because I wanted to have that resource, because she did tell me September like was the best time to fly, the cheapest time. Okay.
Okay.
So yes, I know I can do it. Even if I can't connect with her, I do have resources where I can, put some numbers together.
Okay.
Put some numbers together.
Okay.
I
You
can
put
do
those
that.
Well,
numbers
yeah,
together.
that's what we need to do. We need to get together, get everything together, and by next September, a group of us go over there.
That's right. I
Mm-hmm.
was thinking the same thing. Next September. So we got our date.
Because you
It's
got a
next
year.
September. And so
Mm-hmm.
let's start moving forward. Get us those numbers so we can post it on this podcast and let people know if they want to join. They see the numbers, and if they want to join, they got plenty of time to save up. And we're gonna see how we could work it and hook them up directly with the people that we're gonna be talking with. And I guess that is what will be called what you call the people that sets that books the flight, the tourist advisors and stuff like that.
Yeah, your
So
travel
the
agent.
travel agent, we're gonna get us a good travel agent, a melanated travel agent, and
Mm-hmm.
we gotta practice group economics. So we're gonna bless some melanated travel agent with our funds, and we're gonna make this happen. Live broadcast, Next year, September, we are going to Africa, baby, live.
I like it. I'm already connected with some travel groups on there, so I'll kind of look um and see who's talking about what, you know.
Okay, okay,
I'll look at it. I'll check it out, guys. I'll check it out, and
okay,
actually come with more than one choice so that we can just really look at what our options are, and y'all can research it and feel comfortable with it as well.
okay, okay. Well, we come to the end of the show. And like always, we love y'all for viewing. The comment is always welcome. And we are out till next Tuesday, 9 Eastern Time, 8 Central Time. Please tune in. And you know how we do it. We're going to bring it, baby. We're going to bring it.